The Witcher 3 Hearts of Stone and Blood and Wine. Hearts of Stone has a really strong main story, but very few side quests and no side objectives, like treasure hunts or Witcher contracts. The main mission is refreshing and its sub-quests are quite varied. The main antagonist is fantastic, and as per usual, most of the characters are new ones, and by playing through the story, you learn a lot about them, which changes your perception, which is something that the original Witcher 3 employed just as well. It also adds a new item enchanter that makes weapons and armor more powerful, but it does require a hefty sum of gold to unlock. However, the fact that you're still in the same place as the original game, and that there are basically no new enemies, makes this DLC a purely story expansion, which at this price point is not bad, but compared to Blood and Wine, which in my opinion is one of the best expansions of a game ever made, it felt a bit lacking. Blood and Wine introduces a whole new region, which is fairly big with lots of objectives, secondary quests, and it also has a lengthy main storyline. The thing that I absolutely adored about it is that it not only manages to recreate the original feeling of playing Witcher 3, but it also improves it. Of the two expansions, I can't really say which story is superior, but what Blood and Wine does better, even compared to the original game, is gameplay. It immensely improves the combat and adds new character upgrades that reward you for playing well by making you more powerful. It also introduces over 40 new enemies, a lot of which are non-humanoid and have different attacks that you can learn to counter. In the original game, you still had all the same oils and signs and the monsters had multiple attack patterns, but most of them were similar and the combat boiled down to dodging a bit and then just mashing two keys until their health bar was empty. Here, however, not only do the bosses have interesting mechanics, but the normal creatures do as well. The human-like enemies are still a bit dull, but I don't really think they can be improved anyways. To me, Blood and Wine is the pinnacle of the Witcher saga, and I'm kind of bummed out that this is the last expansion, and that we're not going to see any more Witcher 3 content. But at the same time I'm glad, because it shows that CD Projekt Red are learning from their shortfalls of the original Witcher games, and this gives me hope for the future of the franchise. In conclusion, I think that whichever expansion you pick, you will not be disappointed, and if you haven't played any Witcher 3, the Game of the Year Awards edition includes both DLCs, and if you ask me, at $50 it's a steal. This is the first DLC review video that I've made, so feedback is appreciated. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.